Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week in AWS, we're seeing some really powerful releases, from groundbreaking quantum computing updates to game-changing improvements in developer tools and security. Whether you're managing massive data workloads, building complex AI workflows, or securing your infrastructure against the latest threats, AWS has packed this update with features you'll want to hear about. So stick around as we dive into the top AWS announcements from the past week. 1. Amazon Braket launches dynamic circuits on IQM Garnet, experiment with advanced quantum algorithms. Amazon Braket now supports dynamic circuits on IQM's Garnet quantum processor, enabling mid-circuit measurements and conditional logic. This is a huge leap toward practical quantum error correction and more resource-efficient quantum computations, unlocking new experimentation horizons for researchers and developers. 2. Amazon CloudWatch investigations now generally available. Troubleshoot AWS issues in a fraction of the time. CloudWatch introduces AI-powered operational investigations that help detect anomalies, surface root causes, and recommend fixes across your AWS resources. With integration into more than 80 AWS consoles and collaboration features, this means faster incident response and less downtime for your apps. 3. Amazon EC2 I7ie instances expand to more regions, top-tier local NVMe storage with blazing performance. I7ie instances, designed for high-storage I/O workloads with up to 120 TB NVMe and powered by Intel's 5th Gen Xeon, are now available in Asia-Pacific, Sydney, Malaysia, plus AWS GovCloud, US East. These instances deliver up to 40% better compute and superior storage latency for those demanding big data and database workloads. 4. Amazon EC2 C7i instances now in Middle East, UAE, region. Custom Intel Sapphire Rapids boost compute power. The new C7i instances offer up to 15% better performance over previous generations with specialized Intel accelerators and support for huge EBS volume attachments. Ideal for compute-intensive tasks like analytics and video encoding, their availability in UAE expands your options closer to this growing market. 5. Amazon SageMaker adds Git to S3 Auto-Sync, seamlessly keep your ML code in sync. SageMaker Unified Studio now automatically syncs project files from Git repositories to S3 buckets, so your production environments always have the latest code without manual copying. This improves developer productivity and simplifies workflow execution, especially for ETL and SQL tasks. 6. Amazon Bedrock Flows debuts persistent execution and inline code support, preview. Generative AI builders get more flexibility with Bedrock Flows, now supporting long-running workflow steps for up to 15 minutes and direct inline Python code execution. This removes prior restrictions and reduces the need for Lambda functions, streamlining your AI pipeline development. 7. AWS Firewall Manager supports new AWS WAF L7 DDoS managed rules. Firewall Manager now integrates with AWS WAF's enhanced application layer, L7, DDoS protections for CloudFront, ALB, and more, automatically detecting and mitigating complex attacks. This simplifies your security posture with proactive, policy-driven defense against sophisticated threats. 8. AWS WAF general availability of resource-level DDoS protection for application load balancers. AWS WAF now offers resource-level DDoS mitigation on ALBs, using on-host agents to quickly block malicious traffic while preserving legitimate user experience. You can configure this feature dynamically based on traffic conditions for resilient web applications. 9. Amazon Route 53 adds capacity utilization metric for Resolver endpoints. Simplify monitoring of your Route 53 Resolver endpoint query capacity with a new CloudWatch metric that reports warning and critical statuses based on any utilization. This helps you proactively add capacity before hitting service limits, reducing risk of DNS query failures. 10. Research and Engineering Studio, RES, 2025.06 released, faster deployment and fortified security. RES on AWS adds streamlined instance bootstrapping for quicker start times, granular security permissions to lock down infrastructure, CloudWatch log integration for easier troubleshooting, and expanded support including Rocky Linux 9 and AWS GovCloud, US East. Plus, you can now manage mounted file systems right from the UI. 11. Amazon FSx for OpenZFS now supports S3 access points. You can attach Amazon S3 access points to OpenZFS file systems to access file data through the S3 API. This integration makes your file data immediately available to analytics, AI/ML, and other S3 compatible services, enabling new data-driven innovations without moving data around. 12. AWS Backup supports Amazon S3 cross-account and cross-region backup copies in AWS GovCloud. For GovCloud customers, you now have the ability to copy S3 backups across regions and accounts, enhancing your disaster recovery and compliance capabilities with extra protection layers. 13. Amazon Connect outbound campaigns expand to Seoul, Tokyo, and Singapore. Businesses can now proactively reach customers with personalized voice, SMS, and email campaigns in 3 more Asia-Pacific regions, supporting advanced dialing strategies, AI call classification, and built-in analytics to boost engagement effectiveness. 14. Amazon Game Lift servers arrive in Thailand and Malaysia with UDP ping beacons. Game developers in Southeast Asia can now deploy gaming servers closer to players, reducing latency. The UDP ping beacons feature lets you measure real-time network latency over UDP, essential for optimizing multiplayer gameplay performance. 15. AWS HealthOmics automates input parameter interpolation for Nextflow workflows. This HIPAA-eligible service now automatically extracts parameters from private Nextflow workflows, speeding up bioinformatics processing and reducing configuration errors, helping healthcare and life sciences customers accelerate discoveries. 16. AWS Directory Service for Microsoft AD and AD Connector now in Asia Pacific, Taipei. Run your Microsoft Active Directory workloads and join EC2 instances to your AD domain natively in the Taipei region, making identity management more seamless and local. 17. AWS Security Incident Response integrates with Amazon Event Bridge. AWS Security Incident Response can now send case and membership events to Event Bridge, powering real-time monitoring, automation, and integrations with third-party tools to speed incident reaction and coordination across multiple AWS environments. 18. Amazon Event Bridge adds support for AWS code build batch builds as targets. Trigger coordinated, parallel code build batch builds in response to events, making it easier to implement complex C/CD pipelines that automatically scale and orchestrate multiple build jobs with less hassle. 19. AWS Glue Data Catalog usage metrics now in CloudWatch. Now you can monitor Glue API calls for your data lake in real time, track reads, updates, and deletes on catalogs and tables, and set alarms for unusual activity, improving operational visibility over your data workflows. 20. Amazon Route 53 Resolver Endpoints support DNS delegation for private hosted zones. Route 53 now allows inbound and outbound DNS delegation of private hosted zone subdomains, helping large enterprises simplify namespace management without complicated conditional forwarding rules. That wraps up our top AWS updates from last week. There's a lot packed here for developers, data scientists, security pros, and cloud architects, so be sure to dive deeper into the features that matter most for your workloads. If you found this roundup valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, share with your cloud teams, and subscribe for fresh AWS news every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next update.